on our continuing coverage of the official unveiling of the NPP's presidential ticket. Remember that this event was preceded by the Menchia Palace Derby, where Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the running mate for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, was officially presented to Asantehene Otumfuo Search to the second leg of the event, where he will be presented to the supporters of the largely NPP base in the Ashanti region, is ongoing. We'll take you there in a tad. If you're listening to us, you're live on TV3, you're live on 392.7 FM. You're also live on Facebook and on X, where we are also streaming live. With me here are Alfred and Joseph Akable. We've been having discussions around, things happening there. Very soon we'll go back there. But obviously, the crowd has only grown bigger.
True.
It has only grown bigger since the last time we saw it.
Yes, and we have the General Secretary of the party, Joseph Ponkodia, addressing the gathering, and they're all talking about unity. The party chair, Stephen Ntim, before JFK, spoke and indicated that in every contest you would have people who would have some ill feeling if they are not the ones who emerge victorious, or they are not the ones who emerge as the preferred choice of the running mate, for that matter. Absolutely. In this instance, it did happen, but then again, they have forged ahead to close their ranks to be able to have a united front going into election 2024. And they're confident that with what is happening there right now, it's a clear signal, a clear message that the party is united going into the election on December 7th. That's the clarion call, the clear message that underlines everything that all of them are saying to the party folks who have gathered at this venue. And rightly so, and Joseph, as expected, because at a time like this, when you have persons who took part in the presidential primaries, the flag bearership of the NPP, they did not win. You have a number of them there. We saw the former Greek minister also there, and also that's Kenneth Japong there as well. Kojon Safapoku also contested. He lost. He's there as well. So a number of them who showed interest in the flag bearership have shown up here to declare their support for the party. In fact, you have another one as well. They are now lining up all the persons who contested the flag bearership and lost. You have Kwabena Japong there. Also, you have Kenneth Japong and Kojon Safapoku. Absolutely. And then I also see
Reverend Onyina in there. Remember that at some point he was in the
his name came up
running for running mates.
In fact, we have to look out for him on there. And also we see the former minister of Foreign Affairs, in fact, and at some point he represented Ghana in different capacities as trade minister at some point as well, and he also contested the flag bearership of the NPP and also lost.
Indeed.
And we'll ponder as we go on.
I think generally, in terms of how the party has managed the post-presidential or flag bearer election, I think they've generally handled it quite well. And I say so because of two individuals. I think the two individuals I consider significant in terms of their presence is Kwabena Japong and Kenneth Japong. True. I mentioned those two because those two are individuals who took the fight directly to Dr. Bawumia. In fact, Kwabena Japong, for instance, did say directly that the party cannot vote for anyone who is connected to the current government because of how they've mismanaged the economy.
And that's the one, that's Kenneth Japong talking now. You see Jogate there as well, the Esikado Ketan Member of Parliament. And then also you have the former Greek Minister, Dr. Koto as well, Efri Akoto also there. And then we see, we'll be hearing from Kenneth Japong shortly. Let's cross over there now.
Osha, yani Vice President contest here. Yemu Insia Ewaha. And when I say party no, you're united. na empenfo buba bi o say sakrama si wo mpani do mpe a na nkyere se agiramoa mefa nko.
You see the difference, we say I am born to lead, where you are born to fall.
Entiana uhumi nianom empenfo ne emrantia miche wo mu no a ye nyina no ye united na ne America kire asanteman ni se enti yem free central region ana eastern region ana water region ana hafuni ebuno emeka nkyira se saudishie enenne ya yiru as vice president kokotu abamano efise wo ankasa unim ade a eye empemfo se ade enu de na ade nso ewo fi a eyedan te masramo momiamfa ekruye emra mi ba kumase no na ebinum bu afu mesra machitafo some free party mu nko ade mentimi nkasa party ni yade a menkobi ana menkasa media mekanu crutch na mo alternative no enyade a ebabua me no mienu anasi amadachi ti mesram mumma ekruye emra yentem na 2024 yenyako memo party empanfo nso a mudi party nanim ama grassroots no abufu abamu no mufri ha na monfre grassroots na monfa anidie ma womo yankasa fasika koshi obi ansam na mom obuo keke ekura sesa enipa dwene enti sayama positioner o say bible ni say e wo say upese uye okandifu anasa uye leader, you must first be a servant of the people. You say brane baiti oman ana party anymore. And no interest you lord yourself over the people. Answer and then akakabin someone nipa bi here no. Anso masa abamunano. Abamunsa. Mommy yemfanye adisuade na yenko house to house obia ya offended no yentimi enkam kasade bi nchira no. Now with the unity we will break the eight. Yamishra mo nyina.
Thank you,
Honorable Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Doctor. Honorable Opoku.
Choboy.
Afina ebrena druso. Choboy.
Why are we telling you to move? Choboy.
Yay!
Choboy.
Transform your business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business. Choose from a wide range of products and services tailor-made to drive your business. Call 0302-233-4040 or email to business@telecel.com.gh to sign up today. Telecel Business, connecting opportunities, connecting goals, connecting businesses. Telecel, connecting energies.
President of the Republic, thank you. Thank you. Mr. President. Mr. President, Ado Showboy, President of the Republic. Papa, then it's dear, and then it's dear Cassia Emma NPP among you. The other day, I can't cry, somebody by the view. I saw NPP before I quit now. As you saw, the idea Maconiano at the Senensa. Namamuni Papro, Yevra, Mahamadu, Bawunia. Honoria, you know, on also an answer. The 2 penny for him said your person of the canoe. I am Matthew Opoku Prempeh. I don't think you are behind there. I'm on your card there, Bako. Only buy in the AC kind and this for penny. If we bra, yes, shall say here to our bar. 4th Republic, 1992. Jerry Rawlings. Yamano Kwaima of Furokoriano in Premier. John Ajekunko for Yamano Kwai, Emma of Furokoriano in Premier. Nana Adodankwa Akufuado. No, all pray. See Yamano Kwai. Only by Ampre, Jemako, I said, Yamado Fawako, Fano Conde, and Fano Contra, and Fano Conde, and Fano Contra. Okasa to say, Yenino, though you live for our Oba, Yahoo is our word mother. Yahoo is our word mother. Yahoo is our word mother. The nothing you can't say, all see form, you know, a Jumano, all to me, yeah, and me and Yahoo Faso. I said, you're going to find out, baby. Ready? 1 year they walk on. Not saying you are, yeah, you was there. You have a tower, you know. And then my bar has a Bible NPP before. When you know, yeah. So you want Ghana. I'll go to me at this out before me. What does here? I am me, Nana, I go down. your bank? What's your bank? Adrian, oh, and a Juma Pepe. And I'm out. I'm politics. I'm not going to say, Nanso, okay, Yakopo, the demons. On my hand, so from so me, from so bia, I want to me home from so bia, I want to on me, I'm not prepared. Why, be the ballot to my son, son about Yanni, to my Can no cracks at it. We are not in trouble. Not you so up to Papa. And I defend the animal that. You dance me just say, Baunia or Yade, or Simasi or Thomas. A choir of being in the body to me and Auntie Maya Feno, Sana Baumianeme, and to me and Auntie Maya Fair. Or can no cracks me, or green agents me, not we must so add the papa. And I do for the army for that. Then that's a bit just say, Baumia or Yede or Yede or Simasi or Tumas Debbie. And be a loyal, straightforward, honest, hard-working, excellent vice president of Ghana. The best vice president we have had in our country. Tinameka says, so be what Ghana, how about me a D? Baumia, what dance here? Ayame. Now, my name is Juma Ghana for Madaroma, Yakupon Prinsoa. But the Baba said in Salo, a Juma to me a year, am I a fair, and my Koswai, Yarisha Ghana, no, I caught so Abba. Ansa no Obama. Ye Rabba Mahama. Ukojina baby. NPP before. Yeah dear. Be free slim. Ain't me be animda. Na nama yene namno. Ye dada no. E dubrena e hiano a. Ye fe mano. O ye dear. When to send me an hour, a good boy and an alcohol, yeah, Manfred. Neda, so an you. So an you. One and you. Now, when you tell me, when any day who sa. Your Baba, is here to me yet. What has one will be about? What has one will be about? Openi a free SHS ya de bae wabo ho akinye aka ai bibia enje wo ho no na oka ele nansa as well as Ghana for asomu ekwan bi eni ho a obetumi asesa Ghana for adwe wo ho o se enne ono ene de bae what we be that hey ampa obey you see you were refie wo ya Ghana for na mo we say ne NDC penny or say no NODS and free senior high school e buy na fi aden wa boy achi wo ho sa or say 2 billion cedis or no 2 billion cedis and free education not the bear. If you papa be was inside over there, na say net there, who sampa free SHS no, here Ghana for on kase, offer me boy man. They hear offer me boy man, no kase say nada, who give them, never father no boy man. Opoku Prempeh. Moi muni panono e wo komasia nesia 2012 Me and the director of elections of my campaign. For me, who be a branch who acted. Now 2016, Abano Fano, Baba government, and the catcher and say, pre-SHS policy, I have biggest legacy of our government. The person me this shit on no sir, no share so bit me because me them name say obet me aye ama baso na ye 1 year 1 year 1 year 1 year ama broso I ne Mahama se ono e de buy ebio the 12 2012 ebana Fabio no na me say Mesisano na me na call Ministry of Energy also wakwa waye dwuma a eso ani dumso one aka no one bo dumso bia ma dumso. Yes, there have been a few occasions, but wa bombarding ama say power in our countries alive. Jamaica say so be what Ghana how to be a D Sankophone no one dance here. I men another down Kwekufad. Now me say Ghana for so when it's masam. When it's masam. Now to me now you baby pray 7th December no. Then from Muhammadu Baumia and Matthew Opoku Prempeh. One and a bit to me a trade manasa. And this is in Penyon Fono. Say, Yantiasia. Say, me say, Bibi Jamechi, Emma. Now, for one engine, me watching here, Bibi Amaya, but me at my channel. Only Baby 2 were Kunyanaso. I think I'm a Baby Boy, you are Baby Kunyanaso, Ambassador, Ambassador. Wait. The next president of the Republic of Ghana. Na 7th of December, Samu, Bobia and Sneffley. So, Bia, Emma, Baumia, and in Napo. One bet me a 12 grams. Now, when Yakubo is Samunia. Over Satan power. As I could more. Get it, Bobia, get it.
What's on flag? What's on flag? Peja flag! Peja flag!
Peja! Wave your flag! Yes! Peja! Yes! Up we go! Up we go! Hosanna!
The next president and the next vice president, His Excellency Alhaj Muhammadu Oni Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The incoming Vice President, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Ministers of State,
Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, National Chairman, General Secretary, National Executives, Ashanti Regional Chairman, Regional Chairman, our MMDCs, members of the media, Jama, ladies and gentlemen, Michia Munyina, Ene Eye Enijieda. Mijinaha Emma NPP Osono Amanyoko say mini Frankatuni for 2024 presidential election. Your party, your core polling station election, your core electoral area, constituency, regional, national elections. Your core presidential primaries. Nancy and Chebia Namiko National Council as presidential candidate. Eko country omuse me running mate. Oho omunyina ejitumu. Na we abekire se MPP ye internal elections ninyina abewiye. We are now a well-oiled machine for the 2024 presidential campaign. Abaya yebeto 2024 ye yedachi abana yebeto. It is about the future. And yeah, what choice was our election him? Say the Yepese ko ni manase Yepese sanchi. Ye ko ni manase ye ko echi. Because election is a choice between former President John Mahama and the current flag bearer and Vice President Dr. Bawumia. That is the choice. A choice between the future and the past. The past president won't honor the president paying, and he failed. Me a vice president, the president. But Obieji to me say, me, I am the most effective vice president in the history of Ghana. Obia Ejitum. NDC for Omujitum. Vice President Omoba Ghana have from independence. Unya Vice President Awe Juma Asin Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Enti Yadachi Abane Yebetu 2024 election. It's about going forward or going backwards. The future or the past. Whether we want digital transformation or nkuko kiti kiti. That is the choice between us. Mupesa muko digital ana nkuko kiti kiti. Yeah, ko digital. Enyasa. Enti mi pesa midi nshishe bebre fufroba. Because we share MPP under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Yaye Juma under very trying circumstances. And yes, sir, COVID buyer, Ukraine war buyer, and then Ahochire we are singing our buyer. But Osha Ejuma MPP Yaya, at least as chairman of the economic management team, met me say without any fear of contradiction that NPP, our performance on the economy is superior to John Mohammed's performance on the economy. Far superior. We share indicators now, and we will be getting into our records. They don't want to talk about records. We will talk about the record. Every area, virtually every area, we are superior in performance than the NDC. Superior. Ushe Dumsoa, we are superior. We perform better. And yes, sir. Agricultural growth, we perform better. Industrial growth, we perform better. And yes, sir. Job creation, we perform better. Ushe roads, we perform better. Railways, we perform better. Hospitals, we perform better. Classrooms, we perform better. Fish landing sites, we perform better. Zone development, we perform better. Court buildings, we perform better. Digitalization, we perform better. Ghana card, mobile money interoperability. So it is clear that as far as the economy is concerned, we have challenges. But when you put our record against John Mohammed's record, our record is superior. And we will challenge them any day to bring their record on every sector. But me pese me di inshishe fufroba to build on the record of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. To build on that record. Me pese me di new vision eba. Lanu me ma speech wa UPSA. Me set out the new vision for Ghana. And yet the manifesto be tuja next month. And also ba obiya be hu the details of the new vision are made. But to do that work and to go for this election, now yemra ne kire se just a mehwehwe mabedi ekire. Enya sa enti uhwe NPP said your tradition no etie no. Your tradition no is one of inclusion. Obia kabomu NIT NPP, the UP tradition, National Liberation Movement, Northern People's Party, Muslim Association Party, Togoland's Congress Party, Ganshimo Fomokpe Party. Nina Kabomuna Omoye NPP. Enti Yemrano, Echrese, Yepese Obia Kahu. Enti NPP. Ye presidential candidate na ofri safa ye kosrem na ye ko yini vice president. Enya sa ye the only party in Ghana ye was Amrano. The only party. And also say ye a presidential candidate na ofri srema ye beba serve abe ye vice presidential candidate. Enya sa and also MPP, Yembrano Chirese, ye presidential candidate, na oye Christo Nuya, ye be vice presidential candidate, oye Kramoni. And yes, ye presidential candidate, oye Kramonia, ye be vice presidential candidate, oye Christo Ni. MPP Nkwa, the whole of Ghana. Political parties, young Kwana Yamratasa. We share, and then we owe it to the founders of this party. JB Dankwa, the tradition. JB Dankwa, we share Edward Akufo-Addo, Okahubi, Araram Ponsa, we share the elders, Abaifa Kabo, SD Dombo, K.A. Buzia. Omunyina SG Anto, Omunyina Kahubi William Oforiata, Omunyina Kahubi na Omotiti Party, Enti J. Kufuani na Akufo-Addo, Omunyina Kahubi. Enti we owe them a debt of gratitude. We owe them and we thank them and we'll continue thanking them for bringing this party into existence. Ushasua. in selecting my vice presidential candidate, Michelle Obia obetmi abuami na yetmi win election yi. Media na me academic, me banker, and me ba government mo as vice president. Michelle Obia obeba buami with experience from the legislative branch. Now obemami complementarity. Ene Michelle Saab Nipanoa. Michelle Michelle Obiswa Oba Obebuaya ne wini election no. Michelle Ghana Henyina se Michelle Obia Obebuamia meni beto Ashanti region na ebeto Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh aka Napo. Owo nimdie ni nimdie no edoso. Minino Ananti for the last 16 years. Me were high respect for him. He's a problem solver. He's a generational thinker. Elinti minim se minino we share the same vision. Minim se obeye madebede chira yebetimi aye juma and bring bold solutions for the people of Ghana. And I have every confidence in Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Our ticket is a ticket of youth, of experience, of innovation, and of generational thinking. It's only a ticket, no. We are bringing it to the people of Ghana to help us move Ghana to the next generation. And ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you and I introduce to you my running mate, the vice presidential candidate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
The next vice president and the Abakasa Guru of Yehana Yadada Asia Guru, the next vice president Guru. See you, Mr. Obaswani. Hey, how far you know? But they Mr. Obas. Yes, sir. 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 What you Mr. Kadiaye? Go on and say where? What you Mr. Kadiaye? Go on and say where?
Freestyle.
I have for you now. What do you know? We know it. We know it. We know it. Bow me on the card of a mouth. How far? Bow me on the sea of a mouth. This year, no person to be a day. I see the crowd. Bobby, I'm in the card of a mouth. Bobby, I'm in the card of a mouth. No, that's not in the young calling you man. Bobby, I'm in the card of a mouth. No person to be a mate. We see the crowd. No person to be a mate. Let's go. I see that. Bobby, in the card of a mouth. Bobby, I'm in the card of a mouth. I feel in the card of a mouth. Guru, sit up in the card of a mouth. Or say, card of a mouth. Bobby, I had a card of a man. Now, possible by any mate. Who did it? Bobby, I'm in the card of a man. Bobby, I'm in the card of a man. Bobby, I'm in the card of a man. Now, possible by your mate. Now, possible by your mate. What's the name? 1, 2, 3, let's go. What's the name? Hit my head. Let's go. Bobby, I'm in the card of a man. Bobby, I'm in the card of a man. Now, possible by your mate. Now, we are in the card of a man. Now, we are in the card of a man. I feel in the card of a man. I feel in the card of a man. Now, we are in the card of a man. Let's go. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Chat. Now, we are in the card of a man. Now, we are in the card of a man. We don't want you to say. We need to do for University of Ghana.
Mercy. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Guru. Choboy, Afe Yem Fansambo, the next Vice President of the Republic. Only the beautiful next Second Lady of the Republic. Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Kukrudu. Namia Sray. Mr. Day. Mr. Jamia Day. What will you? And then Yamia Mary, Mobile. Oh, my so time, our formula Boko, and from my fire, oh, Namia Shah NPP party. Obiobeka say Yamin Shah behind or bois. Now do that kwa kufuado. Odon kwa the president waba if you watching a common madam. If you watching a common day, if you are singing actually come no, not Ghana one day, Adriane. What me Yamia say, and Yamia Yama party no, but I was say. Be a kind, and I must have a I have the word dream ye. So your babu now or NPP. I saw my catch and say, Osum sompa, Ubako wenim. Osum sompa, Ubako de wenim. Oh, your test on you, oh, yes, I do you, Osum sompa, oh, yeah, they, Uko wenim. The Ebinori Ghana go through here, and then the Daswan, you know. And now the Danko for Abba, I'm on this to Aswaya day, Abba. Sana nyamiba bwama do kabomi aba na wasifie papa bi enya ede yatsem etienne bijira ha munyina ye kambo ne na do dan kwakufu ado ase na oya bi nyame afaso ahia Ghana fo nyina nyefe sa oya papa no abobra na wawuba na obano abedi wade na odi tapade na ide akona nim na do dan kwakufu ado awo Dr. Baumia ama na Ghana fo nyina o se bakọ ya no ho efe na ho akono ya di Ghana ni ma ide eye ya ti NPP kroi ebi sida ya nyale baka baba ya tubadi afiwe ami ahye na do dan kwakufu ado efi se odun kwa Dr. Baumia bere obeba ebi siwa NPP boda Ghana ha ya chechi Ghana abakosoma Patakufu do call retirement but to be sacrificed we say a free say chechi Ghana from 1957 ebeka ne yenya president bia wabo Ghana China na do dan kwakufu ado Messi a free 1957 beka ne mo famo Kwame Nkrumah no mo famo Obia di wa abadi mampanya wa boga na ho ban edi Ghana kola nim China na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo meka de se ya di jawa na di oswa ya di jano no ofa swa ye ma no ya akono eti na ye gina ha ya mba de si 2008 na bi si biobo chama wutumi kan na meka se so de the Bayan Monyam said another Bako Adako run over not 7 January. What's all one in your trouble of your son? Many near back. And not my dad to show you. It was a Juma of no. Dr. Obiaba is Shabuma, Nagana day, I called him. Mesoya Babu, we are branch now. Ha, Oda Chinti to my Dr. Baumia. Mese Oda Chinti, ready. Oda Chinti, Yanai, Muntia Samba Cope, Andra, the Codania, England, English Abroche, Padiba Koba this to the Tony Blair. Fufro about the father Castama. Tony Blair say Castama. A foot job I could be Dima. Digitization and do Yasano. But whom what they say Obama England for the national ID card. Mojo, I've had the English abroche, I've had national ID card. And now the Kwaku Fodo, need Dr. Baumeti, yeah, what I national ID card. And I want to be. And the Biania brochure, and the Biania brochure, Ghana has a be a day, a biwaha. Now, you dear man, the Biania simple, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and I never buy a massive theatre. Nana Kwaku Fodo Akasa. Dr. Baumia Kasa. Dr. Napoch Rechim. And then no credit. And then no credit. Said do so Ghana. Hey, Bob, dear, you do my CSA. Yeah, you do my CS. What's about being a Kadia Duma? And you say a Padia prep, so be the no. Yeah, you do my day. So, what's your sentiment? If you're Johnny, can you better than this time? Meboa, and tell them no be free about Tabaka say, you do. Nana did not call for those. I did be a man your Samu, Alberia Sinda, the Baganaha, or Pia Antono. School structures I see, school do I see, school buildings I see, a bit to an Ekufuado, or Bia to an Ekufuado. In fact, you have few, and Colako Trump is here, no mutua, as I'm fee, and I don't come for the headache, what him. Now, Mukoya was here, your Pabum so much school fees, and I go for the headache. Or no quite president also there. So Bossy Hospital Baku 111 umpa way now per day. That's all poor young and the guy that couldn't do one for that to be on the enemy. Now why not the neighbor? Young Quatro. Namutia Opia Odim Motia Moko Henna Droy Motia the 900 Chibebois. As we are calling, what's the night? Hey, as we are calling, Miss Shamu, and then you be worthy. Someone you are now, Mr. Day, Mudia someone come and warm me and said, Dr. Baumia. And then I now go for do any monoma, every day, and come it. It's Yabasum, Yabade, Yabakofia, I could send another Kwaku for doing the Mapo, yeah. I'm a Dr. Baumia and Dr. Baumia, TV, say, you're 12 man. Young person with 10% was as we do. Which President Minister can say, I deal with fear. Yes, I deal with fear. I deal with fear. 85%. Yeah, 75 in the bureau. We see your per day.
85%.
We see your per day.
85%.
Outside the middle 85 no. And then pay for the master there. Obia wa NPP mu. Ah, Cynthia watching. Obia the bonnet. Obia Cassetiano. The BBS into on TV dano. One case of straight chain yada. Or searching yada. I say, oh no, mammy, you do that. As soon as I did my wine call, I want to Sunni and Fankodi. Obia wa NPP. Ah, the Kumenti. Bibi Hano said the video can Japan Becano on Fanchering. That means Shady Pacro, no some refuge who said, I call no yade, ye calling him. Nine Cabomna, and I ever Cabomno, then you had a Coginim, 9 day, Abba. More beyond Santibem, Ekasa, BBSC, BBSC, the ever seen Dr. Baumia and the Dr. Napa, who will dig first on crank and him, no one didn't have to cook for it. Now, by a strebe. So, Mimi, I was Santimema. Now, I have to a baby. Now, Yakopo, I'm a shop for better in the park. I could teach my MPP. Now, MPP 90%. No, I call for any able say, now to be mobile. Obia, sorry, Waka. Obia, your day. Obia, your day. Another school for an AM day.
A baby my and your school word you must have rather than cook for the little tabavia. But said a baby and my none of your cook was a joke. Kwasi John man for the United Shire. Obviously, I just cry in Marco school day. Then I fear Marco says, and fear 9 the kind of near the Sumu. John Mamma fear 9 near the Sumu. Nanadu stand Quaku fear 9 at him. Yet, na say me go school no mu go free o mu go school o mu did free or you be senior o go school o did school fees dey chia school attire dey shadow textbooks dey mano hey and child crowd because I talk crowd teacher on this card dey talk about trade and I talk abu eduade abu school house dey bet you check for no mu we school for eduade be boa
sa pepe
abai na channel na ku for do obey eti be samu you free hair koi adwuadin ye koye and the ambassador that's you but I say me politics here ba but say that the ambassador be there so what test con now asantibem ha abaye bama of future and abaye MPP obi bai o ka kire say we twa nursing and teacher training allowance ya pekra ye ko shipo me nto aba no ma no be boa ya nto aba ma wanwe na ko shipo a and then the Ocean Sama, I just say, Obiaba, why you nuaba, Obiaba, why you nuaba, why any basabasa, on in ango. Yamibu and Nabema from a fan, no, no body prayer, often no boko, Sarah Bracosia, Mayo, Obayo Yakwayo, Sabayo Yakwayo, Sabayo Yakwayo, Yagro Sammy Edino, Yamediagro, Yanya Baroni, Steve, Yagro. You better come and NDC for what to say. And no one who don't want politics na day and see. Say a Jimmy and a day. Say a refugee and a day. Your refugee and a day. Yamishamu. Napo. Oh, say that is the energy. That is the energy. That is the energy. That is the energy. And this is what we are coming with a new energy. Hey, DJ. Asida. DJ Asida. That is the energy. Documentary for when you're ready. Documentary for when you're ready. I said that. They spit on my face, they block our face, yo. Aziz, how would I put that? You're ready. Very short documentary near Opoku Prempeh. Documentary for the documentary about a brief profile of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Ansana Yabema closing prayer no. Alhaj Aziz Aurina Futa. Me pacho mu short documentary na munyi of Napo.
Born on May 23rd, 1968, in the bustling heart of Ashanti New Town, Kumasi, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, affectionately known as Napo, has always been a son of the Ashanti soil.
You're still watching our continuing coverage of the unveiling of the NPP presidential ticket. At this moment, is done, is sealed, and is delivered to the Ghanaian people to make the choice on December 7th, 2024. You should know that the man you just had in the final phase of the Jubilee Park event is the running mate of the NPP. He's essentially been outdoored to the people. He's been assuring them of victory in the election. He's also taken a jab at the NDC and told them there's no way they are coming back into office. But I'm not here alone. My name is Kemeni Amano, but I'm also here with Alfred Okanse and Joseph Akable. I don't know why I'm saying your names for you, but you're here. But really, it's been a long time coming. We've heard from President Akufo-Addo.
Indeed.
We've heard from Chairman Wontumi. We've heard from the Vice President and presidential candidate himself. But you've been taking note. Yeah, what have they been saying?
Maybe we should start from Napo. I mean, obviously, he was the last person to speak. And so, I mean, the most part of his speech centered around showing appreciation to the current president. I almost said former president, Nana Akufo-Addo, showing appreciation to him and making the point about the fact that NPP is a party that if you serve, they elevate you. And so he thanked the president because, mind you, it was a direct response to something the president had said. The president did indicate that he selected Napo as his director of elections when he was speaking. And so he was making a point about how well he knows Napo. And so Napo in his response now comes in to say that, look, this is someone who trusted me. And so we need to show appreciation to this person. And he makes the point that if you serve well, the party rewards you. And so that is how come he has reached where he has gotten to now. He now goes on to talk about the performance of the current president to say that Nana Akufo-Addo has delivered, and so you need to vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so that the country moves forward in the right direction. He now talked about some specific issues. The first was Doomsor, obviously. I mean, he's the energy minister. He says that there's no Doomsor in Ghana. He says when your light goes off, which is a refrain that he has thrown around a number of times. He says when your light goes off, it's because they are turning it off to fix it. The doomsday here that he had said a number of times. He repeated that again. He also talked about the fact that in the education sector, he says the exam fee has been cancelled. He now went to the health sector to say that the government is building 111 hospitals. I mean, it's obvious at that point he didn't talk about how many had been completed because we know that less than 10% actually has been completed. Absolutely. Just making the point that they are constructing 111 hospitals. And so he makes the point at the latter part. He says, Usiechi enyoda wana otafre. This one, can you do the translation? Me, I'm in Zema. You also want to do the translation.
Usiechi.
Usiechi. Not Usiechi. Usiechi enyoda wana otafre.
That's the back of your teeth.
Yeah. If you're
no, we don't.
But I mean, I understand.
No, you're trying too hard.
I understand it. My only challenge is how to translate it.
If the translation.
Yes, but the meaning I can tell you the meaning.
It is the context for what he is saying now that we would have to decode.
Yes, and so you see, we all know the fact that he's been picked because of the Ashanti project. And there's a video of Napo, which I know in some weeks to come, it will be one of the videos that will go around. He had made a point about how Ashantis should vote for the NPP and was talking about T-shirts and giving. It's one of those videos that, I mean, the opposition forces tend to put it out to say that he was simply calling on the people of the Ashanti region to vote for the NPP no matter what they've done wrong. I mean, that particular maxim, if I'm to put it that way, that he says, it simply makes that whatever condition you find yourself in, I mean, because you belong to that particular place, even if it is not doing too well, you still have to stick with it. Sure. Which is the point he's making, that we may be having some challenges, but this is the party, this is your party. So you have to stick to your party. And it's interesting because...
And the same thing, Kenya Japan also use another proverb.
Absolutely.
That if a dog doesn't like a bone, it doesn't mean that the cat should come and take it.
Yes.
I mean, which also speaks to the race he himself was part of during the primaries within the party. Remember, he said a lot of nasty things about the failures of Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, right? And so contextually, it also speaks to his people that even if we have that, and I don't support some of the things.
If I don't support him, doesn't mean that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, indeed. But gentlemen, I just want to reiterate the point that earlier I had incorrectly identified Kofi Kunedu Apreku as Reverend Onyina. Reverend Onyina was not there on the podium. It was Kofi Kunedu. They kind of look alike from afar, but when the cameras came close, it was clear that it was Kofi Kunedu Apreku. Anyway, but we also heard from the president. He said a lot of things about NAPO and also particularly about the NDC when he says that, listen, I can't, something he said before, I can't let someone I beat in the election come back and be president. Talk to us about that.
And so he made the point that the former president, John Dramani Mahama, is someone that we all know. He says, we know his handiwork. And he goes on to say that these are the people we are sending, referring to NAPO and Dr. Bawumia, to say that he can testify to the abilities of the two individuals. He described the vice president as an excellent vice president, and that when he goes to sleep, he sleeps, not worrying about whether he is doing something to undermine him or not. He described him as a forthright person who simply deals with the matters that he has handed him to do. He then now zoomed in on the free SHS debate and narrowed in on NAPO. You know that during the media conversations that the former president, John Dramani Mahama, had, he had made a point about the fact that he introduced free SHS. I mean, in simple terms, no matter how you want to capture it, he had made a point. And we know the bit about the progressively free senior high school policy. Yes. Now, you recall again that this government, even when Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo announced the free SHS policy, there were issues, the opponents criticized it. And so he made reference to that period to say that, mysteriously, all of a sudden, the people who said it was not possible, who said if there are 2 billion cities, they will use it for something else and not free SHS. He says that individual is now claiming ownership of the free SHS policy. And so he addresses that to say that the former president thinks that Ghanaians have short memory, but they are not going to forget. Then he now goes a step further to connect it to NAPO to say that, look, when I came into power, there was one person I was looking for to implement this policy that I had brought. And I thought that NAPO is the one who can do that because I trust him, because I made him my director of elections. I found him to be competent, and so I entrusted him. And he goes on to say that NAPO delivered on that front as well. And so that is what the president said. He also talked about the energy ministry. And he says NAPO has delivered stable power supply as well. And so that was the speech of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president of the Republic. We can now zoom in and look at that of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the party's flag bearer. And it's interesting because he explains what influenced this choice of NAPO. He makes the point first and foremost that he had gone through a consultative process at all levels of the party, from the base up there, to get to the level where he got the approval to select Dr. Opoku Prempeh. He now goes into a bit of history, and I think we've touched on a bit of history, a bit about how the NPP tends to do north, south, or once they go within a southern belt, they go up north, and also the Christian-Muslim dynamic, to make the point that in line with that convention, in fact, he had said that the rules of the NPP, but we know what he clearly meant was the convention, because you are not going to find it in any rule that when the flag bearer is a Christian, the running mate has to necessarily be Muslim. He meant by convention, that's what they've been doing. And he makes the point that that is what had happened in the past. And so in line with that, once their flag bearer was Muslim, it only behoved on them that they were going to go for a running mate who was Christian. And in this case, that went into selecting NAPO. So when he dealt with the convention issue, then he now comes in to talk about the competence of himself, Dr. Bawumia himself. He went back to say that, just as the president said, he said he has been the most effective vice president in the history of Ghana. He talked about his digitalization drive. He says he's innovative, and now comes to admit the challenges that we've all been talking about. Again, another refrain that the party has, and the government has constantly thrown out there, has to do with the state of the economy. And he says, look, he's blaming Russia, Ukraine. He's blaming COVID once again, and says that notwithstanding, he believes that they have done a good job, and that he's selecting NAPO because NAPO is competent and NAPO is capable, and NAPO comes with experience. He comes with legislative competence, his work in parliament, and that complements the ticket and complements him in his ability to deliver for the country. He describes NAPO as an intelligent person, a problem solver, and a generational thinker.
I say, I mean, for the first time, we're hearing a lot more about why NAPO was chosen from the pack through the the flag bearer himself, when he gives us a window of the criteria he used in choosing Napo. But I want to take you up on the fact that there were not any Muslim prayers to close.
Well, we switched off before I even realized.
There were no Muslim prayers
to say that
to close.
There was no Muslim prayers.
There were
but
no
then
Muslim
again,
prayers.
I mean, I
anyway.
can understand why you go on that path, but just to also put it on record that our colleague Eric Maunai is going to be joining us shortly from the Jubilee Park, where the event is taking place. He has a number of persons he's talking to right now. Mauna, take it over where you are.
Dr. Baumia, for working hand behind, at least to ensure that at least this unity. So it's very good that those candidates came, and that one has also energized the party.
The party. Doc, I'll hold you on and then pick quick thoughts from Barbara Isi and then Dr. Kingsley Nyako as well, all of whom have been here. You've witnessed the speeches being delivered. Barbara, what do you have to say for yourself after listening to the president, the flag bearer, the vice president, and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as well? What is your takeaway? Do you leave here believing that the job is done and the 85% that he's seeking to Ghana, you'll be able to get that?
Thank you very much. I'm Barbara Ashaisi. I was a former member of parliament for Cape Coast North and deputy minister for education and then works and housing. So I had the opportunity to work with Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and I'm really, really excited that he's a running mate because
So that's my colleague Eric Maunai having that conversation with Barbara Isi. So we'll cross over there shortly when we re-establish the connection with him. And Eric Maunai, guys, let's go back to the Jubilee Park there right now.
Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh working together with Dr. Mahabadu Bawumia. It's a perfect plan. But definitely elections are won at the polling station. It's a lot of work, hard work. So we can't sit in our offices assuming that the good people of Ghana are going to vote for us because we want to do something extraordinary. I mean, usually we've signed up ourselves that NPP will come ATS, NDC, ADS. So if we want to do something extraordinary, break the cycle, then we got to work hard.
Thank you.
The future is really bright.
Thank you. Thank you
very much, TV3, for the opportunity.
Thank you as well. That's Barbara Isi, is a former member of parliament for Cape Coast and a former deputy education minister. Dr. Kingsley Nyako, he's also joined us. Let's pick his thoughts briefly. Doc, how confident are you that after today, the work has been done, say, 70%, and there is little left for you to do in terms of being able to go to house, which has been the message all across?
I wouldn't say that there is little left to be done. None of the speakers did say that. We are confident, but we're also cautious. We know that what we have done between 2017 till now, we will be able to win the election, but we still have to work so hard. We've been told to go out there, house to house, and put forward our record, track record, the things that we have done. And we are going to do that. Winning an election is not easy. Okay, you can't fold your arms and expect victory. It's all about hard work. Even though I can say that we have done more than what the LDC did, we still have to fight. We still have to work so hard. We need to convince the electorate, especially when we find ourselves in difficult economic environment. That is not akin to this country. It is global. Every country is feeling the pinch of what happened in 2019, the COVID-19, and the war between Russia and Ukraine. These two events are having negative effects on every economy.
What do you think will be the biggest inhibition for you as a party going into this election?
You know, for me, I would say that it is lethargy. Okay, it is complacency. If we are able to address some of the challenges people are facing, and we work hard and explain to them what we've done and the circumstances that we find ourselves in, Ghanaians are reasonable. Ghanaians are discerning if they know that you did ABC, but because of these factors, your achievements have been impaired, Ghanaians will understand and will give us another mandate. I have confidence in our ticket. Dr. Bawumia is a bold person. He's somebody who is a deep thinker, generational thinker, somebody with a lot of ideas. Opoku Prempeh also is somebody who is resource-oriented, who is also hardworking. I mean, so the election is for us to lose. However, as I said earlier on, we are going to go to every nick and cranny of this society and let Ghanaians know what we've done and what we can do again differently to improve upon what we've done and to better the laws of the ordinary Ghanaian. You know, Ghanaians, for me, you see, the president said, we slept in darkness for so many years. I cannot say that the current power situation is the best, but it's better than what we inherited.
People will remember your running mate for his comments on the timetable, though. You've monitored social media. People are saying that he asked them to bring their own timetable, and while the palace of Otumfuo Mensah, Otumfuo said that he's heard, people have said that he's arrogant, he should prove them wrong. Yeah. These are things that could come up and could be used by the opposition against you.
I agree with what Otumfuo said, but listen, I'm a psychologist. You cannot use a single instance or two instances to label an individual. Before you can say that somebody is A or B, you should have observed the person's behavior for a very long time. One-off events, two-off events are not conclusive to say that somebody's behavior is A, B, or C. That's what I believe. We are human beings. We can err. But Ghanaians want somebody who can help move this country forward. That's what Ghanaians want, okay? In the line of our individual duties, you can err, you can make mistakes, isn't it?
So he's erred, he should be forgiven, and people should trust his competence.
No, I'm saying that we can make mistakes, but the overriding factor is what capacity does the individual have that can help this country move forward. I'm called King Spinyako. I cannot say that I'm a complete individual. I have my weaknesses, isn't it? The same as you have your weaknesses. But I've been telling people that in any situation, when you're dealing with human beings, in any group or office or organization, look for the strength in people. Out of weaknesses, we have them. We all have them. But look for the unique strength in individuals. Capitalize on those strengths and find a way to minimize the negative. That is how we can succeed. And for me, I believe that one. This has been a very successful program. I saw the enthusiasm, the euphoria. I saw the organic nature of the support. This is genuine. And if all of us decide to put our shoulders to the plow and work so hard, victory will be ours on December 7, 2024.
Doc, I appreciate that you could speak to us. Thank you very much. And that's Dr. Kingsley Nyako, the Kwadaso Member of Parliament. Dr. Freya, I'm back to you again. Yes. You've been here, you saw the crowd. The NPP chose a very different route in deciding to outdoor their running mates, whereas the NDC decided to go indoors. They opted for a rally. You've seen the crowd. Would you say people came in the numbers that you'd expect, such that you cannot be able to pass and move freely like we were seeing at some point in time at this particular place?
Well, thank you. Mostly I don't come to these program events, so I might not measure at least to know whether this was higher or what than previous ones. So what I would say is that, but when you look at the faces, when you look at the enthusiasm, when you look at the feeling, how people were so happy, how people were overjoyous, at least the euphoria here was something that shows that they are happy. And that is what I can. But looking at the spaces, at least there were a lot of people that came here. And I think it was something that they were in a expectant mood. Because I think comparing the NDC and the NPP about how they outdoor their running mates, this one is different because of, the cultural system and also the timing aspect and also the crowd, because I don't know where in Kumasi where you can accommodate these crowd. Yes, the large numbers. So I think it was okay here for them to use this venue, because they were supposed to go to the palace to see the Otumfuo for, yes, they have to introduce, because you cannot introduce anyone before you come to introduce them to the people. So that is what brought in some of them. So there was some delay because of your platform. I was privy, at least I was here with you people, and that is what I relate to. Yes.
Let's wrap up the conversation on the vote expectancy and whether or not the presence of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh will be able to do the magic in the Ashanti region. He's mentioned 85%. We know that in the 2020 elections, there has been, or since 2000, there's been a steady decline of some sort in terms of the Ashanti region's national share of the NPP's votes. We saw in 2020 the new Edubiasi seat as well went to the NDC. There's a general admission that some work needs to be done. Between now and December 7, how do you reckon the NPP does this, and how does NAPO help them in being able to do this?
I think I've said this on a certain platform, that even NAPO don't know how he cleared the tax that is ahead, because, you know, the tax that is for NAPO is one, apathy, to remove apathy, to increase vote, and also to reduce or to quash the Afafanto syndrome. That is what I'm saying about Afafanto, Alan factor, and also Bedia Kwalendi also come from this region. So the complex nature of this might affect the percentage. But he is saying that he should expect 85%. If it's 85%, then more work needs to be done. And he himself, for his own future as well, and also for his own at least performance, for Dr. Bawumia to believe that at least he's able to perform to his expectation. There's more expectation from NAPO than Dr. Bawumia, especially from this region.
From the Ashanti region?
Yes. He has to prove himself. If not, maybe he may not have a second chance. So he has to work very hard to ensure that this region, as he has been taxed and be given the opportunity for that job, he has to perform. If not, I fear for his future as a political person.
Doc, I appreciate that you could join us and speak to us. Let's take this home and speak to some supporters who were here. And interestingly, we have the parliamentary candidate for Bosome Frehu as well, who's joined us. And then another supporter, all who were present today at this particular outdooring of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Let's find out just briefly what their takeaways are from this particular engagement, and whether they leave this place energized to go and do the work to ensure that the Ashanti region comes out tops and provides 85% of the vote.
I am shocked and surprised at the numbers I saw here. And these are coordinators from Bosome Frehu. And they are even saying that, look, the feeling is deep, the love is strong, and there's a huge motivation after today to go out in their numbers to go and work. And I'm happy that not just the fact that they picked somebody from Ashanti region, but the fact that they picked somebody who is very accessible to everybody, somebody who goes beyond the boundaries of Ashanti region. I was a former National Youth Wing administrator. I have worked in every constituency in this country. I have worked with all the youth organizers in this country. And I know how Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh resonates with the youth. So for us, we are happy. Not the fact that he's coming from Ashanti region, but the fact that we have somebody who the downtrodden, who the grassroots can connect to. And for us, it is a good news. And from today, henceforth, we are going all out. And the base, the grassroots, the people in the region, outside the region are happy. And for me, that is my motivation. It is even making my work in the constituency easier and simple. Because, I mean, the people are already fired up. Ashanti is coming back to its normalcy. And like I said on the other day, Ashanti region will never disappoint the party. And like I'm saying, I don't know for other regions, but I know in Bosome Frehu, we are not doing anything less than 85% for NPP. I know it will happen. The work is done, and even the selection of the running mate has added a lot of energy to the work that is going to be done. So I'm happy, and I thank Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for choosing Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and I thank everybody within the party for coming out strong to respond to the choice that have been made, and we are happy. We know, inshallah, come December 7th, we would bring another energized president and energized vice president, youthful enough to understand the Gen Zs, not the old ones who cannot connect with us. Youthful enough, and you saw it on the stage. These are young men, flesh, blood. These are people who are active, and the youth, the Gen Zs, easily connect, and we are happy. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. Let me just try and end it all with you as well. Are you feeling the same? Which constituency are you voting in, and what can you say has been your takeaways from today?
Thank you very much, my brother. I'm from Achumakwa constituency, precisely. In fact, today I'm really overwhelmed. In fact, looking at the people that we can see today. In fact, today is Tuesday, a working day, and honestly I'm really amazed, and I know that all that has happened today is just by the grace of God, and I know definitely NPP is going to break the 8, come what may.
Eric Mawana there speaking to some attendees and analysts about the events we have seen today. The first one being at the Menchia Palace, where the official presentation of Napoto the Otufo took place. And then the second one we just concluded at the Jubilee Park, the official unveiling of the presidential ticket, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia on one hand and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh on the other. It's been an eventful day, gentlemen. We've seen all the big wigs throng the Ashanti region, specifically Menchia, to outdoor their running mates and essentially present their entire tickets to the world. What a place they chose. They chose the Ashanti region for obvious reasons, but it's been a good day for them, hasn't it?
Obviously, this process completes full circle the NPP's presidential ticket. And you heard them saying they're going to hit the ground running. They're going to go door to door. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh was clear in that statement that Yebeba Mufie, door to door, do campaigning and tell them what the Nanado Bawumia administration has done and the reason why the Ghanaian people should give them another chance going into December 7, 2024. But then again, there's one thing that stands clear. That is the task ahead of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh himself. His work is cut out for him, and that's what the political scientist we spoke to, Mauna spoke to, was talking about, as to whether he's aware of the expectation on him as a running mate, and whether he should be able to, at this point, strategize on working on that right from the get-go, because it's not just about galvanizing the base of the party. It's also about bridging the gap and as well as increasing the party showing in the region. Indeed. And we've seen the decline as you showed earlier. Yeah. So the coming days obviously has a lot for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as running mate.
Absolutely. And, you know, it just, what you said reminds me of something that Otufo had also made mention of, where he says that, look, go out there, let the people know what you know the current administration is doing, what the achievements are, and what you plan to do if you're retained. And obviously, he said that in Chi, and I'm only paraphrasing, but really, it also, again, that Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh has been taxed with a lot, you know, to ensure that the party, you know, comes out strong after today.
Absolutely. Martin?
Yeah, clearly, I mean, we are bringing our coverage to a close, but I think some of the highlights, and because we'll be crunching and working with a lot of numbers, 85% of votes from the Ashanti region is the target now. As to whether they'll be able to get there or get that number is a different ballgame. Earlier when we spoke to Musa Dankwa, he talked about the possibility of some persons who are also running chipping away some of the percentages, some of the numbers. So clearly and obviously, we would just keep a very close eye on developments between now and December 7. You need to stay with us, follow us on the various social media handles, and you will be also aware of whatever is happening in anticipation of the finality when December 8th we'll all be looking for the Electoral Commission to announce the figure. Some of you have been sending your messages on social media. We wanted to leave you out, but Alfred is insisting that we bring some of the comments many of you have sent in since we started. This one is from Tanimu Isa. He says, Ghanaians are to vote for hard work, track record, and genuine humility and consistency, not for an overnight humility and optimistic display of modesty for political gains, no matter how gargantuan. Nana Akosia says they can do whatever they like. Ghana is bigger than Menshia. Kofi Sapong, they are supporting a good cause. My brother, Baumia and Napo are the best choice for Ghana at this moment. My brother, bleeding is allowed. Don Richie, it shall be a great landslide victory for NPP in the 7th, on 7th December 2024. All right. Kofi Sapong, they are supporting a good cause. Okay, so the same one I read earlier. Joseph Aqua says, by the way, was Baumia also inaugurated when he was made flag bearer of the NPP? Was he taken to his hometown to be presented to the overlord of his home region? If not, why not? That's a question we try to, we also came up with and tried to find answers to. Kofi Sapon again says, the alternative isn't Mahama. Trust me, we have seen him at the top for 8 years and nothing to write home about. The worst governance, and he never appreciated his boss, Atta Mills. He took credit off Atta Mills' project, making him look bad as a president. Mahama, never again. We will campaign hard to make sure you stay out of power. There was one other one here I wanted to read. Julie Belinda says, so election is only in Ashanti region. This time they will get a shock. Well, finally, NDC should be focused. If not, NPP will get 75% going. Will be a win for the NPP. Remember, NPP has not gotten less than 72% since 2000. NDC vote in their stronghold has reduced, unlike NPP. Many of you have sent in loads of messages, but these are the few we were able to rack up to bring to you here on your Election Command Center. And we've been very interactive
across our social media handles, and that's why. And let's keep the conversation going.
Absolutely.
And Joseph, that 85%
yes,
that
I was just going to
Dr.
wrap up on that
Opoku Prempeh
point.
talks about, let's juxtapose that with what we have there.
To be a miracle. So we see 2008 as against the NDC, 72.5%, 26.0, 70.9%, 76, the year that they won the election actually, so 76.3. Then 2020, 72.8. And so they've never gone in the 80, wanting to go into the 80. That is why Nana Akomia, I always keep on referring to the Nana Akomia speech that if they get 75, because that would mean they'll be around here, which brings them closer to the possibility of maybe winning. But 80, that's a lot. That's bold. And it's one that I don't do last penny like Kemini will always say, but yeah, it's one that we can.
Yeah, that's only because we don't have pennies around here. So you can wager a penny. We don't have pennies around here, but obviously
I think the 80 will be very difficult.
It's going to be tough.
Well, we still have, they're just polls, right? We still have to wait and see whether or not things will turn around. Like you said, 5 months is a lot of time in politics. We have no idea specifically what could happen between now and December 7. But one thing that we have learned, one thing that has been apparent here is the NPP is going to ensure that the NDC has a hard time in this election. Whether or not they are handing over, it's not going to be an easy race for the NDC or anyone else hoping to wrestle power from the NPP. So, I mean, clearly, everybody needs to get ready.
What do you mean by anyone else? I mean, anyone else. It's NPP NDC.
Come on now.
The data.
Come on, I'm just being fair, right?
Cheda a chance?
I'm giving... that question should be for him. You're not giving, Alan Chermanton a chance.
The data tells a different story.
It tells it... Anyway, we have to run, don't we?
Obviously we do, and I want to say thank you so much for staying with us. My name is Alfred Okonsi.
And I am Kevin Yamano.
I am Martin Asiedu Date.
I'm Joseph Akable.
We'll see you.
Missing car. A white Toyota Trapper with a top carrier went missing on Thursday, 4th July 2024 at Wasai Kopo near Goil Filling Station and Chinese Casino. The car was parked right in front of the Goil Filling Station early in the morning around 4:30 a.m. The car number is GT464324. A reward of 50,000 Ghana cedis will be given to whoever will find the car. Please call 0530-772120 or 055-126-4786 for any info. Thank you.
Everybody knows Celebratory. And if you know Celebratory, it means you know M-Punch Homeopathy Clinic. M-Punch Homeopathy Clinic is my pillar. Let's hear what others are saying about M-Punch Homeopathy Clinic. Who will be careful M-Punch one?
Chesena me ankasa me period na say problems wom ntina ma wo ho idea ma me papa chesena nya asem ketewa na me coin point no mo hwe me mogam no mo hwe bibia na so mo medu a me fae no ene ma won kra mienu foforo kwa na mkwan mu a eba
head everything yourself
me ma me no adwodwo eda ho a wontumi nante ene ne ko end point o mama nura ene ne ho idea watimi asori anante.
That's end point for you. Celebratory. Hello. Hey, ohwehwe what che. Okay. A free bra wo di end point wa dance. Ah me call you no. Me just say my name koye and person my emre nyina and na magina sebema na me no be fear for there the one dey nyina jaresa. You heard everything. I have secret. M-Punch is my secret. M-Punch Homeopathy Clinic. I'm free.
My team program moye yenko cruise. In fact, me interested.
Just say from 21st of November, 1 week package.
As some of them better here, I am it. Ne rubbing now I'm ready to join them. You have a flight every Ghana, I South Africa. You do South African so you have a ship to Mozambique, back to South Africa. You did ship 4 days ever production. What did you? One night and some Benum. Entertainment be able you get it there.
This is a crampo dear, you say to your $500 now block your cabin. Now from now up to November, no with you and kakra.
Maybe busy when you coin. I would $2,550. Hey, you could back.
Life is better at sea. Experience it.
Oh la la, Papa no. Me Bambo Life Insurance is now available on Telecel and MTN.
Ah! What here did Ebusha pay so be into 1,000 Ghana cedi near Fancy or Penny Quadia Yeno. Ayaka.
Mommy, I have 2 boys in my home. See, my leg is broken. The hospital bill they are finished. My house money all they are disconnected. So what for no money? You come and say it down, mommy.
And tell family.
Me Bambo Life Insurance and tip and was so me. A player to me, I did a year, I did chance for body. Uko first cover him. Me catch the book banku. With little money like 2 cities back when you are from here or catch him say insurance dear. A big man talk. You just dial *269. No hash. Where we
always is a chicken. It's a chicken.
CDs, 10 Ghana, 50 Ghana CDs. You can get up to 30,000 Ghana CDs for funeral and disability costs. Dial *269# on Telecel or MTN to sign up today.
Wait, I'm done.
Me Bimbo, insurance made for you.
Intense